The creation of the light is the first specific act of creation recorded in the Genesis account. The general act of creating the heavens and the earth is declared in the opening verse of the narrative, but here we see a particular act. It is an act accomplished through authoritative speech. God speaks, and 'tis so. God says, "Let there be," and there is. In verse 2, we see something of the problem of the original creation. God has created the heavens and the earth, this general act of creation, but yet that creation is formless and it's void, and there's darkness over the face of the deep as the Spirit hovers over it. That formlessness will need to be responded to by acts of formation, which we see on the first 3 days, and the voidness or emptiness by acts of filling, which we see on the second set of 3 days, days 4 to 6. There is also a response to the darkness. The creation of the light brings illumination to a creation that had formerly rested in darkness. Now, this creation is an act of forming. It involves an act of division, the division of the light from the darkness. And so this division is not merely a creation of an object, it's a creation of two separate things that alternate. Now, when we think about the creation of the light, we often think about an object within the heavens, and that is what the light is, just this object in space. But yet within the Genesis account, the light is described as the day. This is not just a light in the heavens, it's the condition, the temporal condition of the day. And that day alternates with the condition of darkness, which is night. And that alternation is the fundamental basis of the time that we see throughout the rest of this narrative. It is as if God was striking up a beat, evening, morning, and that this is what introduces a narrative that is very much concerned with time. The first day, the final day of the setting apart of the Sabbath and the conclusion of the week, and the central day is the setting up of the lights in the heavens to rule the day and the night. Within each of these days we see a concern for time, that God's creation is one that has temporal ordering to it. The order in the creation is a movement from night to day, from evening to morning, from darkness to light. And this pattern is a broader pattern of a movement from a darkness and a disorder from the original state of the creation to the glorious light-filled creation that we see in the great coming day of the Lord. The creation of light on the first day, then, is paradigmatic for the creation events of the later days. But not just that, it's the precondition. Without this event of calling light from darkness, there could not be this movement from evening to morning, this succession of time that characterizes the days that follow. Summing up, we see in the creation of the light a response to some of the problems of the original unformed and empty creation. We see the division of time between evening and morning, and we see a pattern and a paradigm for the days that follow. In the division of night from day, an ordered pattern of time is created, and this structure will provide the basis for all that follows, not just in Genesis chapter 1, but throughout the whole of the scripture, as we see a movement from a creation characterized originally by darkness into one that shines with the radiance of God's pure light.